Bonjour tout le monde. Hi everyone, we're going to get started. So bonjour à nos distingués invités, mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue. Welcome to everyone. It's great to see all of you here on such a gorgeous and historic day. Je m'appelle Corey Clamp, à titre du président du comité célébrant le pont. Je suis votre maître de cérémonie aujourd'hui. My name is Corey Clamp, and I'm the president of the Bridge Celebrations 2014 committee, and I'll be your master of ceremonies for the official bridge opening today. Before we begin, I would just like to say a quick thank you to all of our volunteers, including Ms. Maritime Teen International, Ms. Jolene Boudreau, our CFES lady in waiting, Ms. Jessica LeBlanc, Mr. Ronnie Muse and his lovely wife Linda, and all the others who are here who've been handing out balloons and flags to all the crowd that's here, our volunteer firemen and everyone else who's been making this day such a great success so far. And of course, look at the great crowd, so thank you all for coming. Now, to begin our ceremonies, I'd like to invite Monsieur Gérald Boudreau to stand, who will be singing our national anthem. J'invite Monsieur Gérald Boudreau à entonner notre hymne national du Canada. Please stand, remove your hats, and sing in the language of your choice. Thank you, everyone.
Ô Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front est ceint de fleurons glorieux, car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits qui parlaient glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Gerald. I would now like to invite Mr. P. Earl Muse, Bridge Celebration Committee member and spokesperson for the Indian Scuice Bridge Committee. Monsieur P. Earl Muse, porte-parole du comité pour le remplacement du Indian Scuice Bridge.
Merci, Corey. Hermanes, Elder Leland, invited guests, residents of Sluice Point, Surrey's Island and Morris Island, friends and neighbors from far and wide. Welcome. Welcome. Or as a past premier of this province would say, 100,000 welcomes. 5 or 6 years ago, a good friend and a relative of mine said that he had it on good authority that I would never see a new bridge here in my lifetime. Well, here I am, and here it is. It has been a long time coming, but what a beautiful structure it is. We want to recognize the fantastic skills and resources of Dexter Construction, and especially their workers, who have always been so kind and appreciative of our communities. Thank you, and I believe the superintendent of the project is on our site, and we would give him, if I can spot him, but I can't. His name is Chris Ryan, on behalf of all of the workers. A good hand of applause. I said earlier that This bridge was long in coming. Throughout the 20 plus years that we have been lobbying for a new bridge, our communities of Sluice Point, Surrey-Island and Morris-Island have always been behind our request. In 2008, the Indian Scuice Bridge Replacement Committee was elected at a public meeting, and from there the new bridge became closer and closer to reality. I wish to publicly thank the members of that committee and ask them to stand as I call their name. Clifford Amiro, Jamie Boucher, Anne Cottereau, Tom Doucet, Tommy Surette, Eddie Madden, Guy Surette, and myself. Thank you all. A special thank you to my loving wife Simone, who has been by my side and helping me throughout all this time. I could not have done it without you. Merci, Simone. This committee reached out to all three levels of government. Thank you to our municipal councillors, to our municipal councillor Guy Surette and Argyle Municipal Council. Our MLA, Chris D'Entremont, has been invaluable to us as on this project. We could not have done it without your assistance, Chris. Merci beaucoup. Many different provincial governments have had a hand on this file. We have made representations to the governments of John Ham, of Roger Bacon, of Don Cameron, of John Savage, of Russell McClellan, of John Ham, of Rodney MacDonald, on Darrell Dexter, and of Stephen McNeil. It truly has been a very long time, but here it is. So welcome, welcome, 100,000 welcomes, and merci, merci, 100,000 merci. Enjoy your day.
Thank you, Earl. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Guy Surette, Bridge Celebrations Committee member and municipal councillor for the municipality of Argyle, District Number 4. Monsieur Guy Surette, conseiller de la municipalité d'Argyle pour le district numéro 4 et membre du comité célébrant le pont 2014.
Thank you very much, Corey. You know what? I don't know what that was, but it doesn't smell. It's a little beep. Honored guests, Pierre Maurice, Neelan, Aldrich, I can't name you all. Welcome, everyone. Few things I'd like to say. There's a gentleman by the name of David Sonia. He wrote on a piece of plywood and he put it at the garage, I would think about 3 years ago, and it was a whole kind of a statement that said that we needed a bridge here. He also wrote many letters on the Vanguard to try to boost and help us. David Sonia, I don't know, he's here somewhere. David, if you are, thank you so much on behalf of everybody of the two islands and Sluice Point. Thank you, David. Also, Earl named a few people, he beat me to the punch, but there's something I can't miss in saying, and you know, without saying too many things, I guess the municipality of Argyle, all the councillors, councilwomen, got a couple of the girls there, without their strong support in letter writing, in support, they were getting tired of hearing me yelling at my desk, at my podium. But I want to thank them for putting up with me. But the letters were written, they were sent, so thank you so much for backing up the people of this district. Also, I'd like to say a big thank you to the members of the Department of Transportation. And who I mean by this, I know Craig Smith and his gang were here. They worked very hard. But behind the scenes, I got to tell you, I'm going to name a few. It's not fair, but T. Allen, T. Gren, like we call him, Martin Corporan, a lot of the gang that are workers who are behind the scene poking Greg Newell, poking Bill Thurston and all that gang. Every time there was a little chip of rust falling in the water, see, we told you it was falling apart. See, we told you. So there you go. Thank you to those guys behind the scenes. Also, not to be too long, also Bill Estabrooks. You know what? Earl and I and Chris met Bill Estabrooks. And you know, when you cross party lines, sometimes they're in government and you wonder this will ever go. But really, he was also the driving force behind this. He said, you know what? This shows what governments can do together. We might be on one side of the government, you have an MLA from the other side, but you know what? Why don't we all pull together and make this happen? After all, it's needed. Finally, I guess, to the, not finally, but to the Bridge Celebration Committee. And I'll name them Corey Clamp, Ann Cotreau, Gerald Boudreau, Earl Muse, and myself. I don't think I missed anyone. A big thank you guys. We worked well together. We didn't have too many words. A few little boxing matches at the meetings, but it turned out well. So thanks guys for everything. I guess to finalize everything, I remember Dad telling me a few years before he died in 2000, he said, Guy, you'll never see a bridge in your lifetime. Never, never. Well, Dad, you're up there somewhere. Open up a pint of Keats, look down at us and say, it is true, it's here. It's a dream come true for all the residents. And you know what? I thank you from the bottom of my heart, all of you who have worked, who spoke. I remember Andy Wallace, maybe not Andy, but Phyllis was here one time saying, Guy, it's going to happen, you'll see it. Jim Gillen, I know you want me to shut up, it's coming. I know you want me to shut up. Safety has always been a prime concern. I call this, what the building in the year and a half is short-term pain for long-term gain. Thanks everybody for coming.
And thank you, Guy. Now, pour Monsieur Aldrich d'Entremont, préfet de la municipalité d'Argyle et conseiller pour le district numéro 8. I would now like to invite Mr. Aldrich d'Entremont, Warden of the Municipality of Argyle and Councillor for District Number 8.
Thank you, Corey. Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, au nom de la municipalité d'Argyle, je vous souhaite toute la bienvenue à cette journée importante et historique. Pour le comité du pont, les bénévoles et les communautés, je vous félicite pour votre travail extraordinaire. Vous devriez être très fiers des résultats. Un pont nouveau, un pont qui donne confiance à les résidents, un pont qui invite les touristes pour voir la beauté des îles. La municipalité a supporté les célébrations du pont avec une contribution financière. Et nous ne pourrions pas être plus fiers du travail du comité organisateur. The new bridge is a source of great pride, not only for the islands and Sluice Point, Amiros Hill and Hubbard's Point, but the entire municipality. The bridge is final result of a lot of dedication, a volunteer group that pushed for a new bridge, saw the need and persisted. I'm sure there were days where it would have been easy to give up, but you didn't. You made connections with government, federal and provincial. You found champions to convince the right people that this was a priority. You kept going until the job was done. The islands have their bridge, but the community built it. Bridge Committee, you showed great leadership. You deserve great applause. You provided the bridge between the community and the government and did what was needed to get the job done. C'est un autre exemple pourquoi nous sommes tous fiers d'appeler Argyle chez nous. It is another example why I am proud to call Argyle, or in today's case, Les Îles, home. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Et merci Aldrich. Et maintenant, j'aimerais inviter l'honorable Chris D'Entremont, membre de l'Assemblée législative pour le comté d'Argyle-Barrington. The Honorable Chris D'Entremont, member of the Legislative Assembly for the riding of Argyle-Barrington.
It's hard to say where to start on this one. Like Earl said, merci, merci, mille fois merci for all your support throughout the last number of years when it comes to this project. As you know, this bridge has been standing here for 105 years now. That one over there, soon to be decommissioned. But it took a lot of convincing on behalf of government that it did need to be replaced. And I want to thank the Bridge Committee, because I tell you, there wasn't a piece of rust that fell off that bridge that we didn't know about. If something went wrong with it, before even transportation could call us and say, by the way, we're closing the bridge for the day, we knew about it. And we used that as a case to convince government that this needed to be done. And like I said, I've been working on this one for close to 8 years now. If you look at the ministers that we did deal with, we dealt with Murray Scott. Murray Scott was on the bridge looking at it. We were able to get him to at least look into the matter. It went to Bill Estabrooks, where we were finally able to cross political lines. It was a Tory talking to a Liberal, a Tory talking to an NDP with a few Liberals sitting behind me. It worked out really, really well on this. So Bill, I wish he was here, and we do need to pass our thanks to him. And then of course the Honourable Jeff McClellan, who's now Minister, who continued that project as it went along. The people in the background, of course, were David Darrow, who was the Deputy Minister of Transportation, the current Deputy Minister, Paul LaFlesche, who always kept us up to date on what was going on. Bruce Fitzner was talked about, but Bruce has been invaluable on this one. He is the Chief Engineer of the province and understood why this needed to be done. I want to thank MP Greg Kerr on this one, because through Build Canada there was some trading off that was done. To build a nice new facility in Halifax meant there had to be bridges built in rural Nova Scotia, and that's why bridges like this got done in different places around the province. So I want to thank Greg for that one. Of course, Earl and the gang, Guy, councillor, we had lots of conversations about it. We'll talk about other things, I'm sure, over the next bit too, but thanks for your support on this one. To the Bridge Celebration Committee, Corey Clamp and your gang, thank you so much for the wonderful day that you've organized for us today. And I can tell you, as an MLA, to my friend Gordon Wilson, the MLA for Clare Digby, who is here with us today, I want to say to him, and I know he agrees with me, there's no better feeling as an MLA to get a project like this to its completion. Merci beaucoup for all your support. Merci beaucoup. Enjoy the day.
And thank you, Chris. Now I would like to invite Mr. Gordon Wilson, MLA for Clare Digby, and today's representative for the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure Renewal and the Government of Nova Scotia. Et maintenant, Monsieur Gordon Wilson, membre de l'Assemblée législative pour le comté Clare Digby et représentant du gouvernement de la Nouvelle-Écosse ici aujourd'hui.
Bonjour mes amis. Et mesdames et messieurs, c'est un grand jour pour un soirée. First, just before I start into my remarks, I want to actually thank the community. The celebration that you're showing here today, the opening of a bridge, I think probably would be unprecedented in this province. And I congratulate everybody that's came out here today and all the people that have done the work to organize this. So merci beaucoup pour toutes les personnes ici. On behalf of the province of Nova Scotia, Premier Stephen McNeil and Transportation and Infrastructure Renewal Minister Jeff McClellan, I'm proud to congratulate the people of Yarmouth on the official opening of your new bridge. The old bridge has served you well, but its time has come. You definitely have an improved product here, with 2 lanes instead of 1 and more clearance underneath for navigation. The province's bridge engineers tell me because of all kinds of improvements in bridge to building technology, this bridge will still be here in 2114, 100 years from now. Now, I don't know if Chris is still going to be here then, but I don't expect I'll have a chance to be here then either. To find out for sure, I'll be willing to take their word. I can't help wondering though if in 100 years from now we'll even need bridges at all. Perhaps we'll be zipping through the sky on our own personal ski jetpacks. Of course, living in the present, we do need bridges. In Nova Scotia, the department has more than 4,000 bridges to maintain, and it is a daunting task. The good news for this part of Yarmouth County is that more bridges are coming. The province's 5-year plan includes the replacement of 4 bridges within 10 kilometers of where we're standing today. Morris Island Bridge, the Abrams River Bridge, the Arcady Bridge, and the Gavelton Bridge. So we'll keep our scissors sharpened for the next celebrations in the next year. We have all eagerly waited this day, and we've watched the bridge come together daily on the web camera. It's been great to be here in person. I salute your organizing committee for a job well done. Congratulations to the contractor Dexter Construction and to the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure Renewal, especially project engineer Craig Smith, construction manager Matt Covey, and the structural engineer Will Crocker. I know you all share in the community's pride in this impressed accomplishment. To all of you here today, I wish you a lifetime of safe crossings. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Gordon. And now we will be conducting a couple of blessings for our new bridge. Monsieur Leland Surette, leader spirituel autochtone, fera une invocation traditionnelle des Premières Nations et des Métis. Mr. Leland Surette, Aboriginal spiritual leader, will now lead us in a traditional prayer of our First Nations and Métis communities.
Oui, Vigilasi. Bonjour, bienvenue. Greetings and welcome to all. First, I'd like to say thank you to the Creator for this beautiful day and this beautiful celebration. Thank you to all the people who have made this day possible. It gives me great pleasure to be part of this joyous celebration. I have often looked at old photos of the Iron Bridge construction and wondered what it would be like at that time. Well, today we are the people that generations to come will ponder the same thoughts. As we all know, this body of water is called Indian Scuice, and as legend has it, a young Indian couple were drowned on their wedding day, returning to their home when their canoe hit one of the big rocks and overturned. At this time, I'd like to ask Norma to make an offering of tobacco for this young Indian couple and also for all the other people who have perished and drowned at the Indian Scuice. Thank you, Norma. J'aimerais aussi demander au Seigneur, notre Créateur, de vouloir nous bénir ce nouveau pont et de nous protéger de tout mal quand nous traverserons ce pont. Je prie au Seigneur de ne pas laisser passer toutes les personnes qui veulent nous faire du mal ou du tort. At this time, I'd like to offer a native prayer, the 7 direction prayer. And I'd like to invite Norma to come forth with the smudge bowl to offer some sage to the different directions. Oigisu niskum jiniskum jibukto walaliapkum no. O Great Spirit, present in all things on Mother Earth, we call upon you now to be present with us and help us pray. O Great Spirit of the East, who gives us the yellow and rising sun and the promise of each new day for the eagle, the fresh air, the sweet grass, the children, and the springtime, we pray that we not neglect our gifts and hope for each new day. We pray that the new bridge be blessed by many sunrises in the years to come. O Great Spirit of the South, which carries the warm winds for the black bear, the tobacco, the adolescents for the summer, and all the women, teach us that he who is truly strong is also kind. He who is wise tempers justice with mercy. He who is truly brave matches courage with compassion. We pray that the new bridge withstand the many windstorms that will pass its way. O Great Spirit of the West, the land of the red setting sun, the place which our ancestors dwelled, for the thunderbird, the wolf, the sage, the fire, the autumn and the adults. Teach us that the end is better than the beginning and that the setting sun glorifies not in vain. We pray that the new bridge will be blessed by many sunsets. O Great Spirit of the North, which brings your cold cleansing winds, for the white bear, the white owl, for the water, the cedar, the winter, the elders, and all the men. Give us strength to withstand the biting blizzards and make us thankful for the cleansing cold which purifies us and the earth. We pray that the bridge will withstand the many winters and massive ice flows that will flow beneath it. Grandmother Moon, Grandfather Sun, O Great Spirit of the heavens, where the souls of all our departed, dearly departed rest, make us believe that you are all-powerful. You are the truth, the knowledge, and hope. Please remind us that we can summon you anytime we are in need, as we call upon you today to bless this bridge. O Great Spirit of Mother Earth, provider of our food, our air, our water, and our lodging, we give you thanks for sustaining our lives and allowing us to be free. We pray that you may begin to purify and heal yourself of all the wounds inflicted onto you by our people. Help us give thanks unceasingly for your present bounty. We pray to Mother Earth to strongly hold up our new bridge for the many years to come. O Great Spirit, which resides in our souls, we pray that we may be filled with the Creator's love, light, and peace, and for the courage to continue our walk on the road of life. Speak to us now and always, so that we may be aware of the greatness and goodness of your gift of life and be worthy of this privilege of living, so that when life fades from our bodies like the setting sun, we can come to you without shame. We also ask the Great Spirit to protect our bridge and all the people that will travel on it. Tao and Signo.
And thank you, Ewan. Et maintenant, Père Maurice Leblanc, curé des paroisses Saint-Joseph, Île-Surette et Sainte-Famille des Pétamiro, fera la bénédiction du nouveau pont. And now, Father Maurice Leblanc, priest of the parishes of Saint Joseph on Surrey Island and Sainte Famille on Amiros Hill, will perform a blessing for our new bridge with the assistance of Chester Muse.
One more.
D'abord, je vais commencer par remercier le Seigneur pour cette journée extraordinaire que nous avons connue pour ce grand événement de notre région. Mille merci Seigneur pour ce beau temps qui permet à une foule de venir assister à cette cérémonie. Seigneur mon Dieu, le samedi matin 12 octobre 1996, après le passage d'un camion de 10 tonnes, une très vieille pont, presque centenaire, s'est effondrée. J'avais à assurer le culte divin de la messe à l'Île-Surette le lendemain matin. Un passage pour piétons fut établi temporairement sur le pont et je m'y suis rendu. Le culte du dimanche, Seigneur, vous était rendu. Néanmoins, Seigneur, le signal était donné. Un nouveau pont était nécessaire pour les habitants de l'île Surette et de l'île Maurice. Après 18 ans d'attente, nous avons ce nouveau pont et nous vous en remercions de tout cœur. Les habitants de l'île Surette et de l'île Maurice, ainsi que ceux de la terre-ferme, pourront le traverser en toute sécurité avec la bénédiction que vous nous donnez. C'est ce que nous vous demandons ce jour d'inauguration. Seigneur, veuillez bénir ce pont au nom du Père et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit.
Merci, Père Maurice. We've got a special guest, Mr. Chris Ryan, in the audience. If you want to just wave your hand. Everyone, if they could just give a quick round of applause for that gentleman over there. He's a project supervisor for the bridge construction. He's been here for a long time. The community's gotten to know him quite well. Thanks for coming, Chris. And now, last but not least, Monsieur Gérald Boudreau will lead us in the anthem of Acadia, singing Ave Maria Stella, which has been our anthem since 1884. Maintenant, l'hymne national de l'Acadie depuis 1884, Ave Maria Stella, entonné par Monsieur Gérald Boudreau.
Ave Maria Stella, Dei Mater Alma, atque semper Virgo, Felix Celi porta, Felix Celi porta.
All right, folks, now the moment we've been waiting for, the actual ribbon cutting. I'd ask that all of our guests standing behind. Well, before the ribbon cutting, we've got a few gifts that we would like to hand out to some of our guests. Sorry, guys. I wish. Winning ones. We have some gifts for some of our guests today. Mr. Leland Surette, Mr. Gordon Wilson, Monsieur Aldrich D'Entremont, Monsieur Chris D'Entremont, et Père Maurice, just as a token of our appreciation for having come out today and supporting our celebrations in all sorts of different ways. You'll get what's coming to you. You guys are going to take them out. So again, thank you very much for your support. We really couldn't have done it without you. And now we are going to take care of the ribbon cutting. If all the guests who are assembled up here, we're going to stretch the ribbon out. Everyone can hold part. It's going to be a nice group effort. See right here, yeah.
When he's back, let's get this little